Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to explain how to install privacy screen over your chain link fence. We just did this with 4 rolls of 50 feet, so we did about 200 feet. Used 3 rolls here at this property with this brown and green camouflage color, and then we used a roll at our other home that is like a solid black color. So to stretch a privacy screen over your chain link fence, it's super duper simple. There's just a couple things to keep in mind so you don't botch things up. One thing to keep in mind is I would recommend starting on this side first near a pole and putting in a zip tie here, then stretching it down maybe a foot or so. Put in a zip tie here, tighten it up, pull it down to zip tie, pull it down, zip tie, pull it down, zip tie to the bottom. Once you have this side secured and it looks pretty even and covering to the end, you can then go along the top and the same thing. The important thing is to make sure you have some tension before you put on the zip tie. So after you put the zip ties here on the side and you pull it down and zip tie it, you then do the top rail and put the zip ties on with tension in between each zip tie. But then when you do the bottom, you want to both pull down and out. So there's tension and that will iron out any wrinkles. So if you look here, you can see that there aren't any wrinkles. And that's because we have that tension when we pulled it down and out, and then we put a zip tie. There's little loops sometimes at the top or bottom of your privacy screen. You can use those, but you don't have to. You don't want any slag. If that means going through the fabric a little higher or lower to make it tight, then you can do that. If you don't pull the fabric tight, you'll end up with a privacy screen that has ripples in it. Another thing you can do as well, after you put on the zip tie, you might consider clipping off the zip tie here. And I don't know what kind of length you actually need for zip tie, but I would say probably at least 6 inches. I think we probably got 8 or 10 inch zip ties, and that worked really well for us. As far as how many zip ties you use, I don't think it matters too much. I would recommend putting a zip tie every few feet at least. I don't think it's necessary to put zip ties in the middle of your fabric. You can if you want to, but it's probably not very necessary, and I don't think it will make it look nicer. You want to put your privacy screen on the side of the fence that does not have the posts. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I wish you the best.